How did you find the race at Kona? Was it what you expected? Was it tougher than you thought? What pulled you through? And finish off with telling me that moment of crossing that finish line, and be a devil. Tell us how well you did.
Okay. Like any race of that duration, you're out there racing all day. You hit tough spots. So we talked about the wildlife in the swim. We've got rays, we've got dolphins. Now, of course, in that weekend in Kona, there's an infestation of athletes from all over the world come there to do the race. But also there was an infestation of jellyfish. Box jellyfish came in. Big swarm, which kind of you've heard about. And people like Danielle Rodriguez have been stung badly, went on to win. She kind of battled through on the day. But bear in mind, it's a non-wetsuit swim. So you just have your swim skin on. So you're quite exposed. I came out of the swim, not feeling great. Second half of the swim, it just didn't feel great. Don't know what it was. But I felt like my wetsuit was really raking my neck. Somebody was really raking it. Bear in mind, it only occurred to me later, I actually wasn't wearing a wetsuit. So whatever was raking my neck turned out to be box jellyfish. So I was stung from head to tail by box jellyfish. And then to hit T1, delirious. Or had a very bad reaction, given that it's not just a sting, it's a neurotoxin. And given that I'm already neurologically have a challenge anyway, given my previous head injury, I'm not the most coordinated of people anyway. So put it this way, I'm about to exit T1 with my bike, I fell over, hit the deck. Just so delirious. And of course, the Ironman photographer got that on camera as well. my moment of fame was the last T1. I was on the floor. And that kind of set the tone for the day. So I was out there on the bike, and I'll be perfectly honest, Rob, I was delirious. Of course, I knew where I was. But I was disorientated, and I couldn't get into my time trial position, because as soon as I did, and that, of course, it makes such a big difference. You want to get down there to cut down the wind resistance. I started to fall asleep. I could feel my face beginning to droop, like a facial palsy, because of the neurotoxin. And to be perfectly honest, the parts of the bike, I've got big black parts of no memory at all. So I got it done. And it's this great event where I was thinking, I want to look forward to this for forever and look back in it forever. There are parts of that day where I just have no recollection whatsoever. But again, that's part of the adversity we battled through. And so got into T2. Very grateful to get off that bike eventually.
Always.
Always. And then, went out and started to run. Of course, 42K, 26 miles. And ultimately, I was out in the lava fields well after dark, in the middle of the night, getting it done. Because it was only at that point then that I started to become more conscious about what happened. I put it all together. It was the jellyfish, and I could start to see these things coming through my body. I was like, that's why it feels so strange. But the point is, I have a mindset that I never, ever quit. And certainly, you think about in the Navy SEALs, for example, when they train so hard. And the moment they want to quit, they ring the bell. And that indicates, I'm out, I'm tapping out, I'm done. And in Team Bradford, my family, we have a motto: we never, ever ring the bell. We never do. We never quit. Once we commit, we're in. And I'm in, all in. So that was it. So with support of my family, who did accompany me on part of that run. No outside assistance allowed, of course. But I was in such a bad way, Rob. My wife was seriously concerned that I was just going to keel over, and that'd be the end. And given what she's been through in the previous year's trauma, she was very concerned. So as a team, we made it home. And across that finish line, to give that kind of finishing point there, as I was perhaps 1 mile away from the finish, I could hear them playing the final countdown by Europe, that great track. And that signaled to me, if I don't make it in here, I'm going to DNF. I'm not going to make the finish. And I certainly my eldest boy, who's 17, he's very switched on. So he was doing the maths. Dad, if you don't get a move on, you're not going to make the finish. So he was doing the maths. So we got to the finish line with 20 minutes to spare. 16 hours and ballpark 40 minutes. And my slowest time ever. Did it matter to me? No. What mattered is the fact is, as a family, we set that goal, that big goal, and we got it done. Sometimes, Rob,
Dude, you
have to
finished
win
Kona.
ugly. Yeah, there we go.
finished-
The time is
You finished
irrelevant.
freaking Kona, man. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you what, hey, that's the thing I think that people also, there's no shame in your time that you finish. That's absolute bollocks, right? So I can tell you I was just over 15 hours to finish Lanzarote. So I've got one up on you there.